the Energy Department said that the power supply in Luzon has not only been running thin, it's not only running thin, but has also been reduced to negative. Hello? Yes.
Hi, Me.
Okay.
Me, can you hear me? It's
The
Shine.
Energy Department said that the energy
Me, can you hear me?
power supply. Hi. Yes,
Hi.
yes, I hear you.
May question si Jester
Yes
sa'yo.
po, yes po. Rinig kita, rinig kita.
Tutuloy daw ba yung speech ni Pacquiao today? Gusto lang daw niya malaman kung
Yes,
may
yes,
aasahan.
rinig kita.
Yes. Tuloy daw ba? Speech ni Pacquiao today? Tatanong ni Jester.
Ano?
No. No?
Oo daw.
Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao, and this is One News Now. Some parts of Luzon are still experiencing rotational brownouts due to insufficient power supply. We'll get the latest on this from Mean Los Baños, who joins us live from Rizal. Hi, Mean. How did the Energy Department explain this shortage in power supply?
Yes, Sean, the Energy Department says the power supply in Luzon is not only running thin, but has actually been reduced to a negative status. At today's Laging Handa briefing, DOE Undersecretary Felix Fentebella explained that more households are in need of electricity, but generators cannot keep up with the demand. In a separate presser, Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi pointed at 4 power plants that went down recently. He insisted that the country enough power supply, but the unforeseen breakdown of power plants caused a shortage. Cusi said that the maintenance work for some plants have been delayed because of the pandemic. On the other hand, the good news for now is that the Sual plant will resume operations this afternoon. It will be able to generate 647 megawatts of power. Another plant is undergoing testing and commissioning, which is targeted to begin operations immediately to generate an additional 600 megawatts of electricity. The National Grid Corporation, or NGCP, has earlier placed Luzon on red alert from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. today. Yellow alert, meanwhile, will be up from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. to 12 midnight. Cusi explained that this is due to higher demand in electricity compared to previous days. DOE Secretary Cusi said he has asked the Energy Regulatory Commission and Philippine Competition Commission to probe into the root cause of insufficient power. They're also looking at the possibility of filing charges against electric companies for possible economic sabotage. Sean?
Man, thank you for that update. Reporting to us live from Rizal, that was News 5's Mean Los Baños. And on matters of the weather, we have tropical storm wind signal number 2 still raised in some areas in Luzon due to tropical storm Dante. Areas under signal number 2 are Romblon, Marinduque, northern and central portions of Oriental and Occidental Mindoro, Batangas, and Cavite. Same goes for Bataan, the southwestern portion of Bulacan, Zambales, the western portion of Tarlac, and the western parts of Pangasinan. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is still up in the following areas: the northern portion of Palawan, the rest of Oriental Mindoro and Occidental Mindoro, the western portion of Quezon Province, and the western and central parts of Laguna. Metro Manila is likewise under signal number 1, as well as Rizal, Bulacan, the rest of Pampanga, the rest of Tarlac, and the western portion of Nueva Ecija. Same goes for the rest of Pangasinan, southern portion of Benguet, Aklan, Capiz, northern portion of Antique, and the northwestern portion of Iloilo. And rainfall warning levels have also been raised in 2 areas in southern Luzon. The red warning is currently up in Romblon. Residents over there are advised to prepare for serious flooding in low-lying areas and in mountainous areas. Meanwhile, the yellow warning is up in Oriental Mindoro. What this means is possible flooding in low-lying areas as well as near river channels and landslides in mountainous areas. Pag-asa says that light to moderate with at times heavy rains will continue affecting Masbate and Marinduque in the next 2 hours. We'll be back with more stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Tropical storm Dante has caused flash floods and landslides in some parts of the country. Let's get the latest from NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal, who joins us over the phone. Good afternoon, Mark. First off, can you give us an update as to how many people have been dead or reported dead, injured, missing, and in which areas are these prevalent?
Hi, Ms. Sean. Good afternoon, as well as to our countrymen who are listening and viewing this broadcast. Good afternoon. So far, in our monitoring here at the NDRRMC, we have published adjusted casualty counts for today. We were able to receive reports of 3 individuals who had been killed because of in the onset of the storm. We lost 2 persons in Region 11 and we lost 1 in Region 12. 2 of these fatalities died due to drowning from flash floods, and 1 was a victim of a landslide. 2 persons in Region 11, on the other hand, got injured from falling or water-carried debris during the onslaught of the storm, and we're still looking for 1 person in Region 12. This person was supposedly caught in the onrush of waters of the flash flood, and there's still ongoing search and rescue operations for this person. So in total, we have 6 casualties, meaning 3 dead, 2 injured, and 1 missing as of today.
All right, and most of these casualties are in Mindanao. In terms of families, Mark, how many have been displaced so far?
So far, the impact of the storm has caused a number of people to be evacuated in some areas. I'm sorry. We have received reports that 96 families have been, as of this time, had been preemptively evacuated in Region 5, Region 7, and Region 8. This totals to 351 persons. In Region 11 and Region 12, we also received a account of families that had been affected by these rains. Some of them had been displaced, or some had been affected by the floods, but are still staying put in their areas. A total of 566 families, or 2,642 persons, have been affected.
All right, thank you for that. The weather has still not improved so much. Are evacuations still ongoing at the moment?
We're still waiting for the complete figures of the evacuation activities from the different regions. But so far, the evacuations are focused on the danger areas, the areas that are prone to landslides, floods, even the lahar-prone areas near volcanoes have also been given attention to. Especially the PHIVOX had issued a warning that it's possible that lahar flows can occur as a consequence of the storm.
All right, and of course I have to ask you this question. Do you have a tally so far in terms of damage that you're expecting in areas of agri and infrastructure?
So far, our counterparts in the Mindanao region had sent an initial damage count for agriculture. It has already amounted to 7,930,000 worth of rice and corn crops. This had been damaged as a consequence of the storm in the last few days. We also received reports of 4 houses damaged in Region 11. But for the damages in Region 8, where we encountered multiple flooding situations, especially in Maasin City, in the southern part of Leyte, wherein 11 barangays were affected by floods. We're still waiting for the damage computations and reports.
Yes, for sure. Well, that number will still balloon after everything has settled. Now, as a last word, Mark, any advice to residents in any specific areas that might be prone to flash floods, landslides, and even storm surges as we continue to experience rains today?
Yes, we're informing our countrymen, especially those who are living in the hazard-prone areas, landslides, floods, even storm surge, as well as a lahar, to ensure that, number one, they continuously monitor the weather updates to check the situation in their areas. They have to coordinate with their local government units, especially the barangays. If these authorities inform them that there is already the need for evacuation, please make sure that you obey these instructions. And when you evacuate, please make sure that you keep yourselves protected. Wear your face mask, your face shield, observe physical distancing to ensure that you will also be protected against COVID-19.
All right, thank you so much. Stay safe, and thanks for sharing your time with us. That was NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal on the phone. Let's move on now to other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The Commission on Human Rights, or CHR, has denounced Malacañang's move to prevent full and unqualified access to cases relating to drug war deaths. Citing national security concerns, President Duterte earlier said that all police documents should not be disclosed to the public, despite the green light from the PNP. The CHR is currently conducting its own probe into alleged human rights violations in relation to Duterte's war on drugs. PHIVOX warned that volcanic sediment flows, or lahar, could occur in waterways surrounding the Taal and Pinatubo volcanoes due to the continuous rains brought about by Tropical Storm DANTE. Because of this, the agency has advised LGUs to take preemptive measures to ensure the safety of residents in nearby areas. And a domestic short-haired cat named John Snow White has been repatriated to the Philippines from Myanmar. Overseas Filipino worker Karen Vinalay earlier wrote to Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Locsin to request that she and her cat be repatriated because of the political unrest in Myanmar. And in sports, Kiefer Ravena is taking his talents to Japan after signing with the Shiga Lake Stars of the B-League. The Japanese team said that Ravena has been registered as an Asian player quota import. He will be joining his brother 30, who plays for Sun and Neo Phoenix of the Japanese League. Ravena will first have to secure a clearance from NLEX and the PBA because of his existing 3-year contract. The Phenom averaged 19.4 points and 5.5 rebounds for NLEX in the 2020 Philippine Cup. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.